was alone by
Yeah.
myself. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so I,
Good morning. So I'm late.
Morning.
we have
All
to
right, so
create.
now that you're recording, can you go over your analysis again as to why you picked the
Yes.
pairs?
So, okay. So we took the pound Aussie in the hour. So we have this would be three ball here. So three ball. And everything is lining up. We have a big 10. We have one.
No, you don't just say that it's lining up. Say why it's lining up.
Ah, yes. Well, actually, we have to let finish the three ball going short. And so once going up.
No, hang on. You have a three ball going short, but you have one ball going up.
Ah, yes, we have one ball going.
So
And
even
the
though
H10,
H10 is red, you have to wait for the one ball to finish the retracement.
for me, is already blue.
That's why you need to wait for the one ball to finish retracing
Okay.
before you consider it short. I mean, that's the way when you're recording. That's what I want you to do.
Okay.
Don't take shortcuts. You explain
Long.
the whole
Yes.
picture.
Okay. That's the pound Aussie. Then we should pound dollar in the per hour. Have this weekly and three ball per hour. And
You got a black ball there. So what is that three ball?
so that oh, and
No, you got a black ball on the 4 hour. So what does that designate?
that we are going to
4 hour,
take
4 hour. We'll go
4
back to
hours.
4 hour.
We are going to take only long.
No, but why? What is that black ball?
Ah, this black ball is the weekly.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Don't just say it's a black ball.
Yeah.
It's a weekly, and then go to the weekly and show the what kind of ball it is.
Yes.
Go to the weekly,
Yeah, we
and
have
you
a
have a three ball.
three ball. Yes.
Okay, so now you have a strong thrust to go long on the pound dollar, right?
Yes. Right.
Now you go back to the 4 hour. Don't go to the 15. Don't skip steps. Okay, now you see your H10 is turned um, black in your case,
Right.
but your candlestick is still red, so you're still unsure on the 4, but the direction is long, right?
Yes.
So you're in a buy situation here.
Yes.
Go to the 15 now. What do you have on the 15?
So in the 15, we have a three ball here. Everything is lining up short, so we have we have to let the retracement finish.
It's a possible scalp,
If possible, scalp. Right.
right? And you take the scalp because the H10 might turn in that meantime, right? So you get in early. You're going three ball to three ball short, correct?
Right.
Correct. Okay.
Correct.
So that's what I want you to do for every pair that you go through. That's
Okay.
what you're trying to do. Don't say what you're doing, but why you're doing
Yeah.
your thought process. I'm being nitpicky because the more detail you provide, the better off the analysis is for the people watching later.
Right. So and we are choosing gold because we have this weekly three ball. So we go to the weekly. No, it's a two ball in the weekly.
Mhm.
And we have one ball going short. Everything is lining up to going short,
Except for candlestick, it's still black.
except the candlestick. So
Okay,
we have to wait.
that's good. What do you do now? No, no,
Go
no,
to the
no.
15.
Now you're too quick.
Okay. So now I go to the 4 hour.
Yeah, 4 hour we already did, right? So now we go to the 15. We have a short direction.
Yes. And we have a two ball here and a three ball here. So we need to finish the three ball
What
to
is the
change.
H3? What is your H3 doing?
H3 is going long, so it's not like
So nothing's in sync right now, right?
Right.
H3 and H10 are out of sync, so you're going sideways.
right,
Your overall direction is short, but since your candlestick is black, you have a 3 wall on the 15 telling you that you have a scalp situation
correct.
for the long side. But when you drop to the 15,
Well-
you have a 2 ball retracement happening. So if you're going to go 3 ball to 3 ball on a retrace, right now there is no trade on gold, okay? Because
Right.
you're waiting for either the scalp to play out or the long term to play out, right?
Right.
The H3 and H10 are in conflict. There is no trade. The H3 is telling you that it may be a long trade, but that's the scalp. You see how the whole process
Yes.
works? Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one, and you do it on your own, and I will not interrupt.
Do it. You serve Renata.
Yeah, and in our side, say something. So
You're also.
There was two ball on 15. We didn't follow them. This one on gold.
go ahead, Rafael. What would
Yes.
you do?
No, we don't follow it. These 2 boards because everything is lining up to go in long. So these 2
okay.
boards is not established yet.
No.
Well, we have the candlestick red, but nothing is lining up. The H10 is not lining up.
No.
The H3 is not lining up. We're going short.
I have a 4-hour trade on this. So, I mean, I got in early because technically I should have waited till the 4-hour had turned red on the candlestick.
Right.
But I didn't wait. No. So I'll probably take a second trade when the candlestick turns red. But that's the 4-hour trade. I'm illustrating the fact what I was talking about yesterday.
Mhm.
So I have a pound yen long and a gold short and a euro Aussie short on the 4-hour trade. Those are my long-term trades.
Right.
That may take a week and a half before they resolve themselves. But
So
that's not.
You are testing long-term trades.
Well, I'm not testing. I'm illustrating.
No,
I know it works.
But you say you are trading long-term, so.
Yeah, but I'm illustrating because when it finishes, then I'll show you the charts.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not going to touch those trades till they either take me out or, get 3 ball at the bottom, 3 ball at the top, whatever, opposite 3 ball. I'm going 3 ball to 3 ball on a 4-hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take my add-ons, like I said yesterday, every time it retraces.
Mm-hmm.
Like pound yen has a 2 ball on the 4-hour right now. Go to the pound yen and do your analysis there, Rafael.
So we have the 4-hour, weekly 3 ball. That is here, and a weekly 2 ball in the bottom. So at this
So
moment,
what does that tell you?
that is going to retrace.
The 2 ball retracement on the weekly, right?
Right.
So that's the
So-
initial analysis. Now you go to the 4-hour. What do you have?
So we have a 4-hour 3 ball, and H10 need to weekly going long, and we have this blue 1 ball that is painting, and he's
Yeah.
not. So everything is going for long for the moment.
Okay. Now drop it to the 15.
So we need a fresh entry. So here we have an entry, 15 minutes. And we have an entry now.
Are you going to take an entry at the top of the range?
No,
You got to wait for a retrace.
Yes. Because
Now
we have
that ball changed from 3 ball to what? It's
that
a 2 ball on the 4 hour now, right?
yeah, it's blue. Yeah, it's
1 ball, whatever.
oh,
So
yeah.
here we are basically waiting for the 1 ball to retrace on the 4 hour.
Okay.
For a 3 ball to come show up on the pound. So you were short earlier on this, right?
Yes. Right.
But you got out because it changed colors.
Exactly.
So you can do 2 things here. You can scalp to the downside on the 15-minute, right?
Yes.
You have 3 ball to 3 ball on the 15-minute. Or you can just wait it out till the 4 hour resolves itself. The 1 ball retrace is finished. That'll be a while. That'll be like 12 hours. So that's the conflict that you have to resolve for yourself. You know, that's why I say you have to know yourself. What are you? What kind of a trader you are? If you're trading the 4 hour direction, you have to have the H10 red with the 1 ball like that. But right now, it's showing no signs of going down. That 1 ball can keep moving as long as the H10 is blue. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So these are the things. That's why it's important to make notes. Like Santiago writes all these things down. It's his journal, basically. He doesn't call it a journal, but that's really his journal. Each analysis that he does on each time frame, he writes on what's happening.
Yeah.
And then in the end, he resolves to himself which action he's going to take. Right? Me, I'm a simpleton. I just want a 4 hour retrace, and I'm playing the 4 hour. So I don't really need to go into the details of a scalping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even look at the 15, right? But if I was looking at a daily trade, then on the 15-minute, I'm saying, okay, everything's going long, but I have a 3 ball on the 15-minute. What do I do? If you're taking it at the bottom on the 1 minute, at the bottom, yeah. They're long. How many pips would you have at?
22 pips.
You're done for the day.
Yes.
You know, so, but that's, your analysis is not one simple direction. If you're going down from 4 hour to 1 minute, okay?
Mm-hmm.
4 hour could be showing you one thing with a ball, right? Where the candlestick is still blue, this is still long, right?
Yes.
If you match it on the 15-minute to a long trade, you know, they have 1 ball basically.
Here.
One more.
No.
One more to the left.
Here.
No, 1 more to the left. Don't match it on there. Just the ball.
Okay.
Just the ball. Just the ball.
Just the ball. Okay.
Now drop it to the 1. Where's your entry on the 1 minute? Look at the retrace. 1 ball retrace. Okay.
Yeah, here.
Now that's your first entry. You go to the 3 ball on that. How many pips is that?
3 pips.
No. So the 3 ball.
To the 3 ball is 8 pips.
8 pips, right? So you got 8 pips. Now you can play 3 ball to 3 ball down. That's risky for me, but you can do it.
Okay.
No, 3 ball to 3 ball. But your H1 is not cooperating, so you're not taking that trade.
No.
You're still in the long.
Right. So.
And then you made 22 pips on the long. That's 30 pips, 1 pair.
Yeah.
You're trading like 7 lots on $100,000 account.
Yes.
30 pips, 7 lots, that's $2,100. That's 2%.
Right.
Okay. See the thought process that goes through your head?
Yeah. So, and why you take it here if the M15 is not lining up?
No. We are looking at the higher time frames to your direction, right?
Okay.
This thing is just shooting up. But on the 4 hour, we're looking at the H10, right?
Yes.
Then on the 15-minute, we're looking for a match on the H3 and the H10 in that direction.
Yes.
And then on the 1 minute, we come down and then match everything.
Yes.
Okay, that's why if you get a ball in your direction on the 15-minute, you're dropping immediately to the 1 minute because you don't want to miss the trades.
Right. Okay.
You don't wait for a match on the.
Okay.
You don't wait for the H3 to turn because you know it's going to turn.
Oh, okay.
Right? You have a 3 ball at the bottom. It's going to go to a 3 ball.
Right.
So you already had a 1 ball retrace. Why are you waiting for the H3 to turn on the 15-minute and miss out on all the 8-pip trade, for example?
Right.
So no, go back. Go back to 15. Okay, where did it match up? Where did everything match up on the 15? Right there, right? Now drop to, no, 1 more bar to left. That's the H3 and H10 matching up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now that will probably flip flop, but let's say it did match up. Go to the 1 minute now. You still have that 8-pip trade, right?
Yeah.
With the 1 ball retrace.
Right.
Okay. Now go back to the 15 and see where everything matched up. That was the next bar, right? Now go to the 15. That'll be a 3-ball.
Yes.
There's a trade. Everything matched up.
Yeah.
And then the second trade. So it's your choice. I mean, I don't wait for the H3 to turn. I just go down to 1 minute
Okay.
and see, because the H3 will give me an earlier signal on the 1 minute than on the 15. You know, the same
Perfect.
signal.
Perfect.
And then when it starts to match, I take my trades. My stops are like 2 pips to 5 pips on the 1 minute. Am I really worried about losing trade at that point? No,
No.
I'm not losing trades. I'm going to get a 30 pipper or 40 pipper.
Right.
You know, once the 15-minute aligns itself. So
Good.
that's why we have the 15-minute balls on the 1 minute.
Okay.
So
That's
I don't
great.
have to continuously look at the 15-minute.
Right. That is here.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic, Rajit. So I think.
Because the pound yen is playing its game before the London Open. So
Yeah.
anyway, do the pound Aussie, and I'm going to leave you alone.
Okay, so the pound Aussie, the weekly, we have a 3-ball here, or a black ball here, and the weekly is a 2-ball. Okay, so we have a 1 ball, a 1 blue ball here, and the stick, they are black, but the H10 is still going short. So this blue ball can move or still moving. So we don't have trade in the larger time frame for the pound Aussie for the moment.
Okay, what's the alternative?
Sorry?
The alternative is that the 1 ball can go retrace, right, and turn the H10
Yes.
to blue.
Yes.
So you have to consider both sides when it's not lining up.
Okay. Because we have these 3 ball here.
That doesn't make any difference, right? That can be taken out if the 1 ball keeps going long.
Right.
If the H10 turns, that thing just can keep going up and take the 1 ball out. I mean,
Exactly.
the 3 ball out.
Exactly.
So right now, there's no. I know I said I wouldn't interrupt, but right now there's no trade because nothing. The 4 hour is not lining up. I don't even go below to the 15-minute.
Right. Good.
It's on my radar, but it's because the 3 ball and the red and the H10 is red is lining up, but the real intermediate analysis on the 1 ball is not lining up.
Exactly.
So leave it alone. Go to the next pair.
Here in New Zealand, Renata, do it yourself.
No, I cannot do it.
Okay, well, we have a black ball here in the 4 hour.
No, hang on. Renata, don't be afraid.
I'm not following it good enough. Sorry.
That doesn't matter. only way you're going to learn is by making mistakes, right? There is no such thing as a wrong answer. Okay.
Yeah.
So just walk through this and let's see what you're seeing.
You have a weekly ball at the bottom. Direction should be up. You have
Let's look at the weekly.
This is okay.
You got a 3
This
ball.
is a 3 ball. Okay.
Very good, right? So it's a very good long direction. Okay. Now what do we have?
We are on the 1 ball on 4 hour, and H10 is red, so we don't have a match. Which
okay, but what can happen here? What's the other side? You don't have a short match, but what can happen here? Is the 1 ball going to move or stay there?
It can still move to the bottom, to the downside.
Where it can move to the top side.
To the top.
What do you do at that point? What do you wait on if this 1 ball starts moving up? What are you looking at?
We are still looking to the upside because of the weekly ball.
Okay, but what needs to change on the 4-hour chart for you to?
The H10 should be blue.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? You have to look at both sides.
But what is the other side?
The other side is that could continue going short, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And finish the 3-ball retracement. That's one way, one trade, right? The candlestick will turn red, everything will be honky-dory, and you're off and running to your 3-ball retracement, right? Still
okay. Yeah.
Because that 1 ball can turn to a 2 ball, can turn to a 3 ball. The current 1 ball. If the momentum keeps going down to the bottom of the channel, right? Right now we are in a channel also, don't forget. We're at the top of the channel. And we could be going towards the bottom of the channel.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So the downside, I mean the short side is basically saying, once the candlestick turns red, I'm short on this pair on the 4-hour, and everything I do on the 15-minute at that point is just short. Okay, so this is why the 4-hour time frame is very important to look at, because it tells you the two sides of the coin.
I don't understand. The 1 ball is showing up. It's because the 3 ball is to the down direction.
Forget the 3 ball. Look at the 1 ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 1 ball, H10 red, conflict. Right now there's no trade. Right? Yeah. But what is the possibility here? We're looking at possibilities. The 1 ball can continue down, right? Yeah. And the candlestick can turn red.
Yeah. So at
that point, we have a sink to go short.
Okay.
Correct? That's one possibility. The second possibility is that the 1 ball can, the candlestick can move up and the H10 turns blue.
Yeah. In direction weekly.
And then it becomes in sync to the weekly. And you're going long regardless of the 3 ball. Okay? So your current ball and your H10 is matching. That's the direction you're trading. And your longer term, the weekly is telling you to go long.
Yeah.
There is no retracement on the weekly. Weekly is just got a 3 ball and it's just moving up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything in between is a 4-hour doing the retracement. So those are your two possibilities. You have to keep both of those in your mind. And this is why it's important to what I was saying was writing a journal.
To write it down.
Writing both possibilities down. Right? Now, if you look at the Euro Aussie right now, sorry, I'm sorry to jerk you around.
No, it's fine. Really, it's fine.
Okay, look at the 4-hour word story.
Me?
Just look at the last part. What is it doing?
We have 3 ball and.
I said the last part.
1 ball is possibly going down, retracing more.
Okay, we have 1
because
ball.
H10 is red and candlesticks are red.
There you go. Now, if you look at the 15-minute, everything should be lining up short. That's the one ball, right? On the 4 hour. So, but everything's lining up short.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of
H3.
retracement going on, and then
So we have to wait for retracement to enter.
to get the best trade, yes, we
Yeah.
wait for one ball retracement, but or a 15-minute retracement, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what you're looking at. Right now, you don't have a trade because the M30 is blue and the 15-minute is blue. So you're looking for to see if there's a retracement ball that shows up on the 15 to go back in your direction of the short, because the H3 and H10 are short. Because the H1 can flip, right, when the retracement happens, but the H3 and H10, they hold strong. You have a short setup.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the reason we went to Euro Aussie is because it complemented the other pair we were looking at. Whereas the other pair had the one ball at the bottom with the blue bar. This one has a one ball with a red bar. One ball with a red bar. And this is a situation that situational awareness that we need to develop. And it gives you flexibility as to where you want to go with your trade. Okay, so don't be afraid to speak out. And if you don't see it, either Santiago or I will correct you.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we can be correct. The market will do what it will do, but what we see, we can illustrate. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Don't draw into your shell. I'm an introvert too. It doesn't seem like it, but I'm an introvert too. Most engineers are. Like to do their calculations, analysis, and then try to get comfortable with the mathematical side of it. But this is a bit of a mathematical with an art, illustration of an art. And the art side is what's difficult for all of us. Okay?
Thank you, Rajit.
Okay. Is there any other pair left that we haven't looked at?
Pound yen, pound dollar, Euro New Zealand, Euro Aussie. No, we did everything.
Yeah. We haven't looked at EuroCAD.
Euro CAD, okay.
So look at the Aussie yen too. Some of the yen pairs are,
yeah.
all the yen pairs are setting up to go along.
Okay, Aussie yen.
All right. Either you or Rana get to this one. I know it's hard for me to keep quiet, but don't let me.
It's fine for us. Okay, so this is Aussie yen. So the 4 hour, we have a weekly black ball here, and it is a 3 ball. Okay, and if we come back here, so we have a 3 ball retracement, and we have a 2 ball, a 1 ball here, and but it's not matching. For the moment, this is going up in the direction of these 3 balls. So the possibility is
What do you mean it's not matching?
It's going, yeah.
What do you mean by saying it's not matching?
Right.
No, explain to me. What do you mean by saying that it's not matching?
It's not matching because the 1 ball is in the top and the H10, yes, and H10 is going long. So this 3 ball or 1 ball
can move.
Can move long and longer.
So as far as I'm concerned, that's a match.
Oh, okay. So and we are in the direction
match with the 3 ball.
Of the 3 ball, yeah.
Yeah, 3 ball direction.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Rajit.
I mean, the ball you're looking at is for a heads up that it might change.
Yeah.
But right now, there is no indication of a change.
No.
So you can't lock yourself in saying, I got a ball, then I'm just waiting for a retracement. That's why the H10 comes into play.
Right.
So filters are stronger in balls.
Say it again.
Filters are stronger than balls. This 10 H7
Yes.
filter is
Yeah, I
stronger.
mean the combination. It's not a one or the other. It's a combination.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
and-
if they don't agree, then the filter is the one which decide.
well,
the-
again, it's a combination. If they don't agree, then you stay out of that trade because they're not agreeing, right?
Okay.
You're looking at an overall direction, 3 ball, you're going long. Here you have a H10 is blue and they're moving 1 ball. You're still long in that trade.
Mhm.
If you go to the 15-minute, now you'll see all long setups. H10 and H3 have been blue for a while. So if your trade was actually at the bottom of the agent session, and you're up how many pips?
25.
There you go. With a few add-ons. This is the 15-minute chart, but you can go on the 1 minute and put a few add-ons, and that'll be like a 50, 60 pip trade. So that's the progression that you have to, on the 4-hour chart, you have to see what the situation is. Right? Don't just get stuck with the ball, oh, I got a blue ball, so I'm expecting a retrace. Well, your H10 is not telling you that it's ready to go short.
Mhm. But
So
doesn't it say it could be finished the up move?
It says, it gives you a heads up that it might be about to finish.
Yeah. Okay.
But till it actually finishes, which
Mhm.
you see on the 15-minute, if you go back to the 15-minute thereafter, do you have a 3 ball here on the 15-minute? And you probably see that on the 5-minute or 1 minute. You don't have a 3 ball. Well, you have black balls. You don't have 3 balls. Where's the 3 ball on the 5-minute? At the bottom.
At the bottom, you want that I make them?
No.
No?
Where's your 15-minute 3 ball?
My 15-minute 3 ball is right here.
Make a line.
It's in the top now.
Okay, so that's black ball is a 15-minute 3 ball?
Yes. Well,
Oh.
it's black because the 4 hour. So if you go to the 4 hour, we have this blue ball, but this blue ball in the 15-minute
It's
is a
yellow
3
ball.
ball. Yes, it's a yellow ball. But
Okay,
it's
it's
behind.
hard to make out because it's the same size.
Mhm.
I don't know what your settings are on your snatcher, but it's very hard to see.
Yeah, so can you help me with that? So, for example, the 4 hour, that is this one. Let me see. This is the 15-minute. Let me see. No. Yeah, no. 15-minute and visualization. Okay, so can you help me here?
I mean, that's fine. I look at the one which has different colors.
Oh,
Now go back to your colors. Sorry. Okay, that's why it's covering it. Okay, I mean that doesn't matter. It's about to turn, essentially, right?
yes.
So you have your 3 ball. Your 3 ball may be retracing, and your 15 and 30-minute is already turning red. So you can move your stop loss to below the bar of the 3 ball and just see what happens. Right? That way you book in your profits, and you're not worried about whether it takes you out.
Right.
So that's what I was trying to show you is the progression from the 4 hour, how you're reading your 4-hour chart,
Mhm.
and then coming down to the 15 and the 1, 2. So once you determine your direction, and you said yes, it's going long.
Mhm.
You have a direction, then you're just looking at that direction for the 15-minute trade. You're looking at a ball in that direction, right? Like the 2 ball at the bottom of the agent session, and then you're just taking trades in that direction. if you're doing your daily trade, right?
Correct.
So do the EuroCAD or any other pie. Well, yen pairs are all the same. So let's look at the EuroCAD. Okay.
In a range.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have a weekly ball here. Let's see what kind of. So we have a blue ball and a 3 ball here. So that's the direction is going up. With a blue ball also confirm going up. So the 4 hour, we have a 3 ball here, a blue ball retracement here. So for the moment, the direction is going long. Everything is matching for short. Sorry, everything is matching for going short in the until we get another blue ball of the retracement,
Okay.
and
So
then going to the long
are you
side.
not going to take the short?
Yes, I can.
So draw your vertical line. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. So from here, I can going short. But
So
nothing.
since yesterday US session, you're short.
Yeah, from here up. And
So
everything
when you
matched
came in today, you're
here.
looking for shorts.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Go to today, the top of the Asian session where you have the 1 ball.
Here.
Is it lining up there?
No, H3 is not lining up.
Okay, where does the H3 line up? No, you drop to the 1 minute, right?
Okay.
You don't care about H3 lining up.
So it's lining up right here.
No, it's not because the H3 is not lined up.
You want H3 also lining up. Okay. Yeah, somewhere in here.
I'll go to the 2 ball on the right side, or the 1 ball, the pink ball, whatever that is.
Here.
Now keep going. Keep going. Right there. That's your short.
Yes.
From there to the to your 3 ball, how many pips is it? No, 3 ball.
A 3 ball here, 13 pips.
Okay, now from the next 3 ball down, how many pips was that? No, next 3 ball. Yeah, from there.
14 pips.
27 pips. 2 trades.
Yeah. Yes.
And you had 2 add-ons on this.
Yes.
Mhm.
So once you catch on as to what the H4 is doing and which direction it's moving, don't get hung up on the balls. It's a combination of the ball and the H10.
Okay.
Rajiv, there wasn't a sync on this 3 ball.
What's that?
The
There's no
last
sync?
3, no.
Okay, so then that's not a trade.
No.
Right? The H1 didn't match up is what you're saying.
No.
Okay, so that kept you out of that trade, but so what? Right?
Yeah.
Right now there is no trade in it. You got your 13 pips or whatever. You're happy, right? 13 times 7 is 91. 910 times 0.75. How much is that? 240 times $720.
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
Still up close to 1%. You had the 2% on the other one.
And there could be more because if stop loss was small, you get
higher lots.
Yeah.
But the whole point is, when you look at the H4, you look at both possibilities based on what the current bar is doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, Rajit, if we are in that logical pound OC, I can expect with this 3 ball now try
No,
to.
you have to look at the 4 hour. Always start with the 4 hour. Where does it
Before-
go?
Before hour, we have a black, a
The
weekly
current bar. What is the current bar doing?
blue.
But H10 is red, so it's not
It's not
agreeing
matching.
for the edge ball. One ball should say up, but H10 is red, so we wait. Don't
Yeah,
we?
there's no trade right now. You're waiting to see if the H10 is going to turn blue to go in the
Mhm.
direction of the weekly ball.
Okay, it's because I'm confusing with the pound yen. Everything was matching. Everything was perfect
there you go.
here. So then you drop to the 15, and you have this
15 is fine,
ball
right?
is fine.
You
And
don't go
here
backwards,
you
right?
go to the 1 minute, and you have this support. You play it right here.
Yeah,
No sync.
no sync.
I think
The sync is after the one ball retrace. Go to your right.
on ball
Keep going to your
retracement.
right. Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
There's a sync.
you have here. So
That was
you
your
take
8
it
pip trade.
here,
No,
right?
no. Go to your 3 ball.
3 ball here.
No.
No, earlier.
Here,
No. Whether your 1 ball
After
retrace
the
was
one.
matched.
1 ball
Go to your left.
left here.
Yeah. Where does it match?
Here.
Right there. Right.
Right.
And to that 3 ball, how many? That's 8 pips, right?
8 pips, right?
Mm.
And then the second one was 22 pips. The
Right.
3 ball to 3 ball. So that's what you're looking at. Right now, what you have on the 1 minute is a scalp to the short side.
Right.
What your H10 is probably blue or black in your case. Right? I mean, again, are you scalping or what are you doing? What kind of a trader are you? You know, if you're not scalping, you just let this go and let it line up again.
Okay.
But if you're scalping, then all you're looking for is on the 1 minute, is the H3 and H1 lined up. Once the H1 and H3 lined up, you're taking your trades. You're looking at the 15-minute chart now, not the 4-hour chart if you're scalping.
Right.
Same process. H3 direction with H1 matching. That's your scalp.
What about now? Now we have a sync in.
Okay, are you scalping or swinging?
Scalping.
Okay, if you're scalping, look at the 15-minute chart. The file went away.
1 minute
15.
15. Okay.
We have
Okay,
3 balls.
15-minute chart, H3 where it turned red. H3.
H3. Okay, it's H10 is not agreeing, but we are scalping.
Don't care about H10, we're scalping.
Yeah,
You look
yeah,
at H3
yeah,
and H1.
yeah.
Now
Yeah.
go to the 1 minute. Okay. H1 and H3 are in sync. Is your first scalp.
On the short.
Yeah,
No,
we-
it's yeah. No,
For 10
Now-
pips.
Now you're looking again to your right side where everything matches up after the 3 ball.
yeah. Not here. Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. After the 1 ball retracement. Good.
To the right, yeah.
Here.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
How many pips is that?
18.
There you go. That's 21 pips. It's less than 2 hours, you're done. Or less than an hour, actually, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you have to define yourself as a trader. I keep saying that, but nobody listens. If you're a scalper, you're looking at a 15-minute direction with the H3, H1. I think I wrote that down in the rules, but I don't think anybody's read the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't worry about the 4 hour at that point. You're living at the here and now, right? You're not looking at a week in the future. 4 hour gives you a week in the future. Now, if you want a peace of mind, like Santiago said, you still look at the 4 hour to see if the 4 hour direction is matching, right? Is that the swing trade rule or?
This is the rules for filter system.
Yeah, I mean, but this is the overall 4-hour
Okay.
illustration, right? I mean, there's a,
Okay.
never mind. And that's the one that we are driving home every day. So you look at the 4-hour go down, yeah?
Okay.
I use Renata's little picture there. But if you're trading just for scalping, you use the same stuff for on the 15-minute as your holy grail. It's the same steps. You're just looking at the 15.
Okay.
And the 15-minute is showing your 4-hour balls anyway, right? That black ball at the top is a 4-hour ball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's giving you your direction anyway.
Right.
No, I mean, on the 15-minute chart.
Yeah.
And your H3 is red. It's telling you you have a scalp. That's you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You're flipping around too much, but okay. But if you're scalping, 15-minute is your guide. You have your 4-hour balls, and you have your direction on the 4-hour from the ball itself with an H3 match. And it's going to be a short trade anyway. Makes sense? Makes sense.
So look, this goal. So
Yeah, gold is doing well for me. I'm up 117 pips.
Yeah. So we have this 15 minutes.
15-minute, right? You're scalping. Then you squish, compress the chart a little bit. Okay, so at the beginning of the session, do you have a 4-hour ball of this? No, you should.
Yeah, in the 5 minute, no.
No, 15-minute.
The 15 minute, yes. I have it here.
Okay, there you go. You got a 3-ball up there, right? And you got a 2-ball retracement.
Yes, here.
Okay, and H3 is not red yet. So you go move your red bar, red line to where the H3 turns red. There you go. Now drop it to the 1 minute. Where does it match up? Everything match up. After the 1-ball retracement.
Yeah, here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Move your or draw another line or move your red line to that bar.
Well, M30 is no.
Okay, so where does it line up? It'll be after the 2-ball.
Here, yeah.
It'll be after the 2-ball because you're in a 2-ball retracement.
Yeah, here. That's
okay.
Good.
From there to where you are right now, how many pips is it?
30 pips.
No, it should go to the bottom of the candle.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 30 pips.
Okay.
In
30 pips.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the same process, exact same process.
Yeah.
Okay. On the 4-hour, you're looking at the weekly to confirm your direction. On the 15-minute, you're just looking at the 4-hour balls, basically to give you a direction. And your H3 lining up to give you whatever direction you're going into. And then when the H1, H3 line up, you're on the 1 minute chart and boom, we are set to go. You're just waiting for everything to line up. Now when the H3 flips, then the H1 needs to flip, and then you have a long direction. So in scalping, they can flip very quickly, back and forth, right? Like the bottom of the Asian session was a long. It's got a 3-ball on the 15 with an H3 as black, but the H10 is still red. Right, the bottom of the Asian session. And not, yeah, go to your pink box to the left at the bottom. Right there. Go 1 bar over. No, 1 bar over. Not 1 minute chart. 1 bar over.
to the pink ball.
Now, one bar over with the H3 turns black.
Yeah.
Then too far. One bar left. Yeah. Now drop to the 1 minute. Okay.
To the,
all right. So everything lined up here, but it was probably flip-flopping, right? So you wait for the 2 ball retracement to happen on the 1 minute. 2 ball retracement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now when everything lined up over there, you go to the 3 ball.
35 pips.
And then you have additional add-ons if you want.
Right.
So this could be a 100 pip trade.
So look at this, for example, we have an entry here.
Is it an entry?
Yes.
oh, it's too big stop loss.
Entry?
It's a
We
setup,
have
but
a,
it's
we
too
have
big
a,
stop loss. Too big.
yes, of course, it's very big, but we have everything syncing here. So we have a blue ball, so we have to have another blue ball here, and then see if everything is lining up to play from this 15 3 ball to the another 3 ball. Let's see. No, it's a 2 ball.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we are going to let finish and try to go in short at that point.
So try to go in short.
Long.
You going short or long?
Long.
Long.
Black.
Okay.
Yes, long.
It's a game of patience. You already have, if you took additional trades in the Asian session, you have 100 pips already. If you look at additional trades in the European session, you have 60, 70 pips already with the add-ons. So again, if your account is already up 3%, why are you trading? Are you trading your real account? You can trade a demo account to practice. I think I've talked too much.
No, not nice. It's great. We love you talking. And it's getting more clear when you do.
Then we have the pound Aussie that take off the 3 ball.
But you have red, all this red.
Yeah.
Yeah, H1 is black. So we wait for H3 to line up. For scalp.
Yeah, I mean, H3 direction for a scalp, the color of H3. And then the H1 needs to match that, and then your trades are on the M1. The process that we are talking about on the H4 going down does not change. It's the exact same process, but you're looking at the 15-minute as your direction. This is pure scalping.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody has. I haven't seen any system that defines scalping that way. We have our Osmas helping us. Most people just scalp on price action, and many people don't know how to trade a price action. Right. For example, on this, go back to gold. On the 15-minute, yeah, or the 1 minute. Let's just go to the 1 minute. Yeah. Since we're doing price action, how would you trade based on price action?
So we have here maybe.
No, don't look at the balls. We're looking at price action.
Okay.
How would you trade this?
I have to go to the bar.
What bar?
Candles, sorry, candles.
Okay.
That place.
You have retracement and it's going up now, so.
So we have, yeah, we have this doji or
Star doji.
Yes, star doji. This
You have a morning star.
good morning. Yeah. So you take something something in this area.
No, you don't.
No.
You have to wait for the morning star to finish.
Okay, here.
Okay, now that is not break of structure.
No. It's not breaking structure. No.
Okay, break structure when no. Draw your horizontal line. Horizontal, not vertical. Where's your horizontal line? No, you're going way too far ahead.
Okay, here.
No.
Where's your horizontal?
Longer to the right, you make this is a low, and you break the structure, and it retraces, and there you have the entry.
Yeah.
Hang on, you guys are way too fast for me.
You go a little to the left here.
You see the 3 black bars?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, the bottom of that 3rd black bar.
Here.
Yeah, the bottom, the low.
The low.
Yeah, right there. Draw the horizontal line. Okay, this is the structure that got broken.
Yeah, that was the next one.
Okay, and then you wait for a retrace.
Yes.
And if you're doing order block thingy, then you're somewhere in that first black bar range, right? Right there.
Right.
And you're taking a short right there. This is your order block trading.
Right.
Price action. You take the short there, and you take it to the 2 ball at the bottom on the left. That's you. No, the one before everything, right? Not that one. The one before, yeah.
This.
How many pips is that?
20 pips.
That's your price action. Now, where does that get broken? Where that structure get broken?
Here.
No.
The next move. The next push.
Here, in the next push here.
Okay. Now, where's your order block?
My order block.
2 ball. To the left. Yeah.
Okay. Did the top of that the current 2 ball come in that structure? No, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
The current 2 ball. Current 2 ball. Current 2 ball.
To the right.
Current 2 ball.
To the right.
Here?
More
current
to the right.
2 ball.
The current.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the top of that?
Here.
Is that in that previous 2 ball bars?
Yes.
It is. So that's your short again.
Yes.
And your target is the bottom. Right there.
30 pips.
That's price action trading. There's no indicators, nothing. Yeah. How many people can master that? You guys have to understand what your price structure is first.
Yeah, I cannot.
You have to understand order blocks at that point. This is why we're making it simpler with the OSMA. Okay.
Right.
The OSMA is basically telling you multiple time frame matching, so you don't have to worry about price structure, because price structure is taken care of by the balls, the retracement balls. Okay. You don't have to clutter your mind with so many other different concepts that you lose where you are in the trade. You want you to be instinctive in your trade. Okay? Is that making sense?
Yes.
Right now you have a long trade on the gold for a scalp. And you have a 2 ball retracement, so you got to let it finish the current 2 ball retracement.
Oh, okay.
And then take a long. You already took a long. You're too quick.
Yes.
You're too fast for me.
Okay. Yes, because this blue ball is finished.
Yes, a live ball. It can go lower.
Yeah.
Then finishes retracement. See?
Okay. Let's see.
And your M15 is already done.
Let's see.
So the balls are giving you your price structure, okay, visually.
Yes.
You just have to understand what's going on. Okay. And then once you have priced, say you shouldn't be taking that trade. You should be getting out of that trade.
Okay.
Let's go back to the beginning of the European session where the top ball is. Top ball.
Yellow.
Okay.
So-
So where's your 1, 2, 3 structure here? The top ball is 1.
1, 2,
No.
3.
No. The blue ball is 2.
Okay.
The next two ball is 3.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on at that point? You're waiting for a short.
Yes.
Does it line up? No.
No.
So, okay, so that didn't line up. So where's the next 3 at the top? Is it lining up? No.
No.
Okay. So now from there, move the red bar over.
Yeah. This is lining up.
No. Why
This
do you
one.
keep jumping? I'm trying to illustrate a point and you keep
Okay.
jumping. Over that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Do the
So
vertical line on that top blue ball. No. To the
This
left.
is 2 1. Yeah.
Keep going.
So,
Right there.
yeah.
Right there. Okay, you're still in a long, right? So,
yes.
but your structure is 1, 2, 3, right?
Yes.
The 2 ball at the bottom is 2, and the 3 ball at the top is 3. You still don't have a trade. So now you move your line to the 2 ball.
To the, yeah.
You still don't have a trade, right?
Right.
There's 1, 2, 3, and the red balls. Now you move it all the way to the red ball. Now you're waiting for a 1, 2, 3 structure.
1, 2, 3 structure. Okay.
But it's not giving it to you.
No.
Now, why is not the previous 1, 2, 3 structure good for a long?
Because it's not lining up and the
No,
bars.
not. No. Go to your 2 ball at the previous 2 ball at the bottom.
Yeah.
This is a 1, 2, 3, right?
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Why is that not a good 1, 2, 3?
No, this is a good one now.
No. It's not.
No.
That pink
Because
ball is
A3.
lower. The pink
A3.
ball is lower than the
Okay.
2 ball. You're playing price structure, right?
Okay.
Looking at us once here.
Okay.
Okay. So that 2 ball is lower. That means the structure is broken to the
Okay.
downside.
Okay.
Now you're waiting for a retracement to the top 2 balls somewhere.
Okay. So
Before
1,
going short.
2, 3, and go short. Okay.
Maybe one will be the top 2 ball,
2,
2 will be that, and then 3,
3.
and then
Okay.
come down.
Okay.
So that's the price structure play.
Yeah. Yeah. The system is perfect.
But you have
Really.
to understand
Yes. Yeah.
what you're doing with price structure. You have to
Right.
practice,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
like anything, any system.
Yeah. Understand. Wow.
But the balls are giving you your price structure. It tells you where the price structure breaks,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
And then it's telling you where it gets into your order block if you're playing order blocks, right?
Right.
And the
So
mouse
mine-
is confirming whether there's an entry there or not. Keeps you out of back and forth markets. Right? Gold is turning down,
Yes.
but there's no scalp here.
No.
So you miss this trade. I mean, you missed all your scalping trades going down.
Yes. 1, 2, 3 here. Some base. No.
No, there's no 1, 2, 3 now. The 1,
No.
2 structure is being built, but there's no, it's just broken the structure to the downside. You have to wait for a retrace
Right.
to build a 3. There are no trades.
That's right.
So we are a little bit more conservative than price action. But then that also saves your account quite a bit. And you can do the same thing on any time frame, 1 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. Price structures will show themselves everywhere. Are you a subscriber to MTI?
No.
Okay.
What is MTI?
MTI is another trading
System. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they train you, but they have their own read on the charts, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, you heard of Head and Shoulders and the Crown and all that crap, right? So they basically trade crowns, and that's basically telling them where the tops and bottoms are. But we're not going to get into that.
Okay, pound yen can give us a long.
Not yet.
Not yet, but so we wait for the 1, 2, 3.
Pound yen is in a solid range,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It's going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. Gold was a market trade. I'm up 148 pips
Gold, great.
on a 4-hour chart.
Okay, I'm waiting for pound dollar.
I'm finally up on the Euro Aussie. Finally lined up. What happened to Santiago? He went quiet.
It's working.
Yeah, but he's trading.
Euro.
Pero sí.
The Euro Aussie, if you were scalping this, you've been scalping short since the Asian session.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now you have a 3 ball at the bottom, or whatever it is, 1 ball. But it's still all red. You know, that 1 ball can be taken out.
Yeah.
Patience. You know, I was down 20, 30 pips on the Euro Aussie, but it kept going back and forth, back and forth. It's a 4-hour chart, so my stop losses are pretty high.
How big is your stop loss in
About
average?
30. I like to keep it about 30 to 50 pips
Okay.
because it can move quite a bit in there. But my lot sizes are like 0.6, 0.06, 0.1, somewhere in there on a $25,000 demo account.
And how much?
25,000.
25.
So
0.1.
0.1, yeah. So if you're trading a $2,500 account, you're basically trading the minimum, the 0.01. So you're doing 0.01, you lose 50 pips. Yeah, you lost $5. You don't feel it that much.
Mm.
But it's a practice. What you gain is a practice.
Yeah. But are those balls moving as much as on lower time frames, or they are more consistent?
Don't care. Right. I mean, I'm doing long-term trading here. So
No, I'm thinking on the future trading on the H4.
Yeah.
How are the balls? Are they also moving?
Sure the 4-hour. Yeah, they will move as you make lower prices, they move.
Mm.
Euro Aussie 4-hour. See, going up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have an entry.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pound Aussie is in a range, as you can see on the 4-hour. Till it actually breaks down. Okay.
Pound Aussie?
Not pound, Euro Aussie, sorry.
Ah, okay.
Till it breaks that bottom 1 ball, it's in a range. If you draw a rectangle from the 3 ball to the bottom 1 ball, it's in a range. Yeah, right there.
Box.
So in that box, it can go up and down, up and down. You know,
Mhm.
they'll chop you up and down. All the retail traders that are trading lower time frames, they're chopping them up, collecting their contracts. And when they finally make the move, they'll break that box.
Mhm.
So you can play it safe and not take a short trade until it breaks that structure. Or in our case, I've already taken a short, and I'm willing to live with the choppiness.
Mhm.
You know, if it breaks the 3 ball and moves the 3 ball up, okay, so you know, market maker, hallelujah, lost my trade, and set up for the next trade. Losing is part of trading,
Mhm.
unfortunately. But on the 4 hour, I'm looking at it every 4 hours. You know, so I have an hour and a half left for this candle to close, and I see where I am. Take a quick glance and not worry about the pips and move on. Gotta have faith in your system. See, you understand how I'm looking at the 4 hour, right?
Mhm.
If you look at the pound Aussie, it's the same thing. It's in a range. But right now, there's no short. The short was at the 3 ball, at the top of the 3 ball. That was a short.
Mhm.
So, but it's playing a range. You know, when we started looking at it, we started looking at that top 1 ball. And the candles are black, so there is no short entry for me, right, on the 4 hour. I just gotta wait for it to play out. It's the same thing with the Euro CAD. It's the same thing with the pound CAD. Yeah, pound yen is in the range, and we look at the range it's playing. And technically, my target is the top of the range. It's like over 150 pips. How much is it? 200 pips? Can't read that.
100 pips, yes, 100.
100 pips. And if I take multiple entries because I'm at the bottom of the range, I can risk it. You know, my stop loss is not that big. I can make 200-300 pips, and I'm done for the week.
Mm.
Yeah, everything is risk management, right? I mean, you manage your risks, and everything else follows. We spend too much time thinking about how many pips we are making without really thinking about what's doing to our risk in our accounts. Euro Aussie is retracing on me. Dang it. Go to the 4 hour in Euro NZD. So that 3 ball at the top, you draw a line there. Okay, so the candlestick wasn't lining up, so it's not a 4 hour trade, but it's a 15-minute trade. There's a trade. You have 2 trades, one yesterday and one today.
He has making those.
This is in a range.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're at the top of the range, you know you're going short, and as soon as the H10 turns red, you're on your 15 looking for entries. 15 and then 1, of course. But
Candles are not red yet.
candles are not red, so it's not a 4 hour trade.
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that you can't have a scalp on it.
Okay.
H3 is lined up, and off you go. Right? It's the thought process you have to clarify in your head. Okay, my candlesticks are not lined up. I have an H10 as red, and I have a ball conforming the direction.
Mm-hmm.
What is it telling me? It's telling me that the 4 hours is going to fluctuate, but in 4 hours, I have 16 15-minute periods. Then I trade the 15-minute periods as a short, right? It's a possibility, right? That's one of the possibilities. The other possibility is that the H10 is going to turn with the candlesticks where they are, right? Mm-hmm. So I have two possibilities: a long-term trade, which is not set up right now, or a short-term trade, which is not set up right now on the H4. So where can I trade this? My H10 is red. If my H10 and H3 are both red, I have a good midterm swing trade, which is a 15-minute, and then then you get into the scalping side. You get into 1 minute. Start taking your entries. This is why it's good to focus on 1 or 2 pairs.
Yes.
Maybe even 3 or 4 pairs.
Yes.
Because then you know the behavior of that pair. Right? And once you know the behavior of that pair, like whether it's in a range or whatever, you become more instinctive because you've seen it happen in the past. There's nothing that replaces time in front of the chart for that pair. Make sense?
Yes.
When I've been trading Forex since 2002, 20 years.
Yeah.
And I've gone through every single freaking simulation in my mind, lost a lot of money because I didn't know what I was doing. And you buy systems and they never tell you how they're looking at the system to make money. They just tell you these are rules, you go do what you want. This is one of the reasons we are getting into the nitty-gritty as to how do we do things, because we want you guys to succeed. It's been over 20 years, finally, something that's come across my thought process that makes it clear. Now, of course, it's clear for me, clear as mud. If I'm hoping as I explain this to you, this is why the journaling is important. If I explain it to you, hopefully it'll catch on with you guys too. And you won't have to look at anything else. I'm not selling a system.
You will.
I will? Okay. I'm not a businessman. I mean, it is complicated if you don't think in those lines. Like we had the balls like a year ago, didn't know what to do with them. Tried to do it with FSS and it didn't really work because we didn't understand why the balls were moving. Then we combined higher time frame with the lower time frame, the balls as we're doing now. But even that didn't make sense because we didn't have any corresponding confirmations to tell us, whether the ball would stay or fall. Right? So over a year and a half, 2 years, finally this OSMA thing came, the multi-time frame OSMA. We always looked at multi-time frame, but we multiplied the time frame, like the 5 minute for the higher time frames, and that wasn't accurate. It gave an illustration, but it wasn't accurate. So we played around with that, and then finally, Santiago found this indicator that helps.
Yeah, sorry, OSMA, Rafael, have you clarified this 10-hour OSMA as where it's coming from multiplication of H1 or multiplication of H3?
But if you're in H1, I mean, if you're on a 1 hour chart or below, you use H1 as your base. If you're on the H4, then you can't use the H1 because H4 has its own time frame structure. That's when you use the the 7.62.5 time frame setting. This is on the 4-hour now, with your 4-hour SUPs. So that's why there's a difference, because you want to use a true time frame pricing. The 1 hour will turn a little bit quicker on the 1 hour if you use a 1 hour multiplier for the 10 hour than the 4 hour will. It's all about speed. So I think it was all about speed. I hope he's listening. You know, like Len has a Lamborghini on his illustration. I think Santiago should have a jet, Sonic jet. That's why when he keeps refining his stuff, it's all about speed.
Yeah.
Okay, pound dollar. It's flipping. Yeah. Going long again.
Is it
Okay.
real? You have a 3 ball at the top.
Yeah.
Look at the 1 minute. What is your price structure telling you? It's a range, sideways.
Right.
Because your H3 and H1 are in opposite directions. So you're in a range. You really want to play a scalping on this?
No.
I mean, what we're showing you is keeping you out of trouble. In the past, you would have pulled the trigger.
Right.
And then you would be hoping and praying and sweating.
Pound yen is a good one. So we have these 2 balls here.
Pound yen was a good one, short, earlier in the beginning of the Euro session.
Now we have this little range.
Right now, there's no trade. Forget that. Just 1 minute ranges or 5 minute ranges are active pricing. When you're in an active trade, then it helps. Right now, it doesn't help. Did that, going through all of that, did that help?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of information, I have to confess. But each day I'm getting something, how you say it, in my nature that is starting to really become be part of my nature. So that's helping a lot.
Now, here's what I want you guys to do. And this is kind of a homework over the weekend, right? I want you guys to go back over your past trades. So you know what trades you've taken based on your history, account history, right?
Okay.
Pull them up. And then I know it's historical data on the Osman stuff. You probably won't be able to see the right colors unless you have a simulator. But pull them up and then do the analysis, 4 hour, 15 minute, blah, 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 on every trade that you took, every bad trade that you took. Okay.
Okay.
And then losing trade basically, and see whether you would have actually taken that trade based on the charts as we have explained it. Okay. And that will give you the confidence that this system is keeping you out of losing trades or not, or whether your own instinct is still going to kill you. You know, so that'll give you some face time in front of the charts historically anyway. But I tell you, when I do this to myself, it takes me, I lose myself in it. Before I know it, 4 hours have gone by. So it's going to take time. You know, it's not going to be a 15 minute or 1 hour look. It'll be at least 2-3 hours. So make sure you have that time frame, that block of time, you know, when you do it, because it becomes so immersive. At least I'm a junkie, I guess. It becomes very immersive when you're trying to learn something. You know, and you keep asking yourself, why? What am I doing here? Why is this happening? Why? You know, and that's a good thing. Because the more questions you ask yourself, the more confidence you gain in what you're looking at. And then when you go to live trades, everything will blow up because everything will move. But you have the background for it.
Mhm.
I mean, every weekend I'm in front of the charts, I'm looking at historical.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, just refining it in my mind, what's going on here.
Mhm.
Now, when my wife has me on my family duty, then I don't get to spend the time. But otherwise, I'd find 2-3 hours every week. And before you know it, it'll be so instinctive. You'll be killing it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think so. I'm confident of that.
Right. All right, guys, it's almost 3:30, and I'm not trading anymore.
Okay.
So I'm going to sign off.
Thank you, Rajit.
All right, have a good one, guys.
You too.
Let me just
Yeah.
answer some chats here. Good luck. Hopefully,
Yeah.
you can get some good sniper trades.
Yes.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you.
Right,
Thank you.
when we do this on Monday,
Yeah.
hopefully you spend some time in front of the charts,
Mhm.
and we can get a little better at looking at both sides, like a journaling thing. Okay, that's the
Okay.
next step you guys need to take.
Okay.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Have a good
Yeah.
weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Let's see who's here. Hello.
Let's
Good
see.
morning, Betty. Good morning, Len.
In Santiago.
In Santiago. Yeah.
We had 3 balls on all of them at the bottom, except dollar.
Okay. So we have, this is interesting. Pound Aussie. We have a weekly ball here. So for
Mhm.
going long, and we have a one ball here, and ace 10 change color to the
Mhm.
upside. Okay. So now we're going to mark that. It's just changing now. Going to the 1 hour, 1 minute. Okay, so normally we have an entry here and another here. Now we have a ball in the 15. So this 10 change here. Everything was okay. You see how it's flipping the bar?
Yeah, right. And the trend is
That's exact. Yes, great information from Rajit, as always. Okay, making a retracement here.
Hey guys.
Hi, Len. How are you?
I'm all right. What's kind of helping me a little bit is I uh I take balls in the direction of my 10 hour, and
Okay.
anything that's going against my 10 hour is a scalp. So kind of think of it. I mean, that's how I kind of think about it. Now it may help you, it may not help you, but I'm just kind of just giving you that scenario. If you look at your charts, and if you see where your 10 hour on your 15 minute, if you see the direction of your 10 hour, okay, that's your long term overall big trade trend. Anytime you see something going against it, like a ball going against it, and you see color change on your 3 hour, that's a scalp. But when your
Correct.
10 hour and your 3 hour is in alignment, that's your big move. But when all of a
Yes.
sudden you get a ball at the top and your 3 hour changes color, that's a scalp. That's just like a quick way of kind of thinking it, and that's how I kind of look at it. That's why I kind of been looking at it like that this week. I've been kind of hadn't been trading as much, but just trying to get that concept down. So I was just kind of letting you know.
Thank you. Yeah, the good information. What we are looking always is like the 4 hour and start the analysis from there with the weekly goals. So at this point, you know that the major direction is going up, and we are looking the last ball of the 4 hour and the H10. So for example, pound see everything is lining up to go into the top of the channel. That is 80 pips or 90 pips, roughly. So we're waiting for that. In pound yen is almost the same. If you go to the 4 hour, so we have, let's see, we have a weekly ball here, and the 4 hour it has it somewhere here, and we have ace 10 going long. So for the moment, we are playing everything going long. Even if we have these balls at the top, the ace 10 is telling you the major direction. And this one ball is not ready finished yet, so he can repaint it. So we are playing like
Yeah,
that.
well, I'm sorry, I meant to say after you do your analysis, once you see your setups and everything, that's how I kind of look at it. I mean,
Yes,
I do the analysis what you're talking about. That's what I've been doing. I do that, but it's just that once everything is, you've done your analysis, and when you're just tracking your trade and you get
yes,
into your session boxes, and then all of a sudden your 10 hours showing you to go long, but then all of a sudden, say like you get in the European session, it pulls back on you like your 3 hour change color. Well, in that session, that's a scalp. So you can take that short and you can use
right,
you 15 minute or whatever. But once everything lines back up to
right,
go long with your 10 hour, that's your overall trade.
right.
So
So yes, so for the moment, yes, you can scalp short, so it can go in any direction here. So you have the three ball, the one ball in the top, and you can drop to the 1 hour for scalping. Yeah.
kind of like the pound yen. If you look
Yeah.
at the 15 minute when it first started out, look at the bottom. Look at your bottom. Go to your 15 minute.
Yes.
That's pretty like a good illustration of what I was talking about. Um, you see where you got a black ball starting the day. Well,
Yes. Here.
that's equal with your 10 hour, right?
Yes.
And then now look at when you get to your London session. See how the 3 hours change color. So
Yes.
that's your scalp.
Yes.
So, you know, but after you've done your analysis, that's how you look at it. You look at your 10-hour as your overall trend. And if you want to scalp,
Right.
that's your look when your 3-hour change color, and that's your scalp play. Now
Right.
your scalp play, you got to take that with a grain of salt. You don't know how far it's going to go, or you could, you know, but I'm saying that's how you kind of look at it. So that way, if you come into the market, you look at it and say, okay, my 10 hours long, but right now it's showing me a scalp trade because my 3-hour has changed the color at the top of my London session. So now that's my scalp trade, but my overall trend is long.
Yes.
So that way you can kind of look at it and say, okay, where I am right now, what kind of trade is presenting? A scalp trade is presenting right now. So I could possibly take that, get a few pips, and move forward. But my overall trend, my big trade, which is my 4-hour trade, is long until things change. You know, anything could change, but that's just kind of a way of looking at it. That's a perfect example. I don't know
Yes.
if you might want to just take a picture of that one, but
Yes. I'm
that's
going
a
to make a
perfect
picture.
example. Yeah, on your 15-minute. That's a perfect example of a long trade turning into a scalp trade that could be possibly getting ready to turn back into a long trade.
So the 4-hour, we have the long term, black or week, week or in the bottom, telling you long. Okay, so you don't need the A3 to take, for example, this trade here, this scalp here, as he said before. I don't know if you were here, but anything at that point when everything is lining up, because you know the long term in the 4-hour is going long, you can take it here. Now we're
You
going
don't
to this.
you don't need H3, I assume?
You don't need it
Okay.
because look at this. You have A10.
Yeah.
You have this
The direction.
the direction, everything. But
Mm.
when you drop to the 15 minute or to the 1 minute, okay, and here, and you go against the direction of the main train, so against, so here you don't need much confirmation.
H3 confirmation.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, your H3 has gotten back in
H3.
line with an hour.
Yes, right.
So that's your
Oh,
long trade. That's your overall trade. Your
yes,
overall trade coming into the day. If
yes,
you get in before the London session, you
yes,
find your 4-hour direction. Your 4-hour
yes,
direction is long, so your 10 hours long. Now, as you
yes,
start looking to your London session, presents a scalping opportunity because your 3-hour change
Mhm.
color is going against your 10-hour. So
Mm.
that's
right.
a scalp.
That's
Yeah.
the
I heard him
scalp,
say
right.
I heard him say that during the week, and I heard Santiago say the same thing. So
Yes,
that's how you kind of look at it. So anything long, anything with the 10-hour, any balls going in that direction, you can take those. You know, those could be add-ons or whatever, however,
Mhm.
what time you're looking at the Asian session or whatnot. So once you do your 4-hour analysis and you drop down to your 15, you got your 15-minute, you got your 4-hour black ball on your 15-minute. Okay, now you know you're taking longs. But as you start to, so if you come to your chart and you notice that, and you say, okay, then I'm in the European session, and all of a sudden your 3-hour changes color. And you say,
yes,
okay, then I possibly have a scalping opportunity. So then you start going down and looking at your lower time frame, wait for everything to line up and take the scalp. Now you have to take the scalp with a grain of salt because the overall trend is long.
Mhm.
So you can't just try to get in it and say, I'm going to stay for like 60 pips or whatever. You got to have a target. We don't know how long the retrace is going to be. So basically,
Mhm.
it's a scalp in that situation is considered a retrace
Mhm.
right.
because your overall trend is long. So now if you want to play that, that's your choice. But if you
Mhm.
don't play that, you can sit back and wait for everything to line up to go back long, just like it is now. So you see how that trade hit the bottom and pulled back, and now the H3 has gotten back in line with the 10 hour, and
Yeah.
now
Yes.
that's the trade setup. So that's your overall trend. So
Yes.
basically, you could have played from the top to the bottom, which is the high of the session, which is what Santiago talks about. So that was the high of the session. When it pulled back and it starts to go back long, now you back in line with the 10 hour. So that's your trade to the long side. So I'll say if you see that on the 15-minute, I would say do a print screen and keep that. That's a good example of trades that you could kind of look for. Now, some of them it's not going to be as perfect as this, but if you just think about it, you do your 4-hour analysis, you go to your 15-minute, you find your black ball where you're in the direction of your 10-hour, and if all that's aligned, anything that's going against that is a scalp.
The black ball, this is the.
That's your overall direction on your
Yeah.
15-minute. Go to your 15-minute, Raphael.
This black
Okay.
ball, this is the week. This is
That's
4
your 4
hour.
hour.
Yeah,
That's
black
your
ball
4 hour.
4
That's
hour. Yeah.
the black. So that signifies your 4 hour. And if you look at it, your 4 hour, your 10 hours is going in the same direction. So when y'all come in,
Yeah.
y'all come in kind of before the London session. So now if you're looking at it, you say, okay, then, well, the 10 hour or the 3 hour has changed color. That's a scalping opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have to determine where you're going to take your profit. You may say, okay, well, I might want to take the profit at when it hits the bottom of the Asian range or at the top of the Asian range. You have to make that determination. You have to set your own take profit areas. So if you know you're playing against the trend, you might want to pick the top of the Asian or the bottom of the Asian. And you see it broke the top of the Asian and it came down and got close to the bottom of the Asian session, right? So that could be possibly your take profit. Your overall trend is long. So if you want to say, okay, I'm gonna take this quick scalp, you could take that, and then all of a sudden now, when everything lines up to go back long again, which is where look at your H3 is back long and everything syncs up. Now that's your long trend. That's the overall direction you need to be trading.
Yeah.
And from the top to the bottom, and how many pips is that, Raphael?
Here.
Yeah, just from that bottom ball to where it is now. What's how many pips is that?
Bottom.
Bottom. Okay. Here.
The week at the bottom. We are not in the bottom.
The bottom is here for you.
No, this is top.
Here.
Where your
Last
magenta
bottom.
where your magenta ball is at the bottom, where the trend actually picked back up to go long.
To the upside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here.
the bottom.
To the right. To the right. To the right.
Down.
Right.
Not from there.
Go to the right. Right.
At the bottom.
Magenta. Yeah. More to the right.
Yeah, at the very bottom. Come down.
To the
all the way
bottom of the
down.
session.
Come all the way there,
This
right
one.
there.
Yeah.
From there up to the top where it is now. How many
30
pips?
30
Yep.
pips.
So that's your trade. That's your overall big trade because you know coming in, you saying I'm playing long. Now, if you don't want to take the scalp, that's the one you're looking for right here. That's your trade. That's your trade for the day.
Yeah, it may take longer.
It may take longer for you to wait, but if you're talking about trading the way Rajiv is talking about trading, this is the trade that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you want to scalp, you scalp anything going against your 10 hour.
Yeah.
If it's going against your 10 hour, that's a scalp. If it's going with your 10 hour, that's your overall trade. If you can the thing of it is about this, you have to try to make it simplified in your mind.
Yeah,
something
exactly. I need a little simplification.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to figure it out in your own mind, and
Yeah.
you got to pick and choose what he's saying to make it that make sense to you.
Yeah.
And that's why
Right.
I say this one here is a perfect example on your 15-minute. After you do your 4-hour analysis, you go down to your 15-minute, and your overall trend is long, and you know that because of that black ball at the bottom, because that's your 4-hour. So you're playing everything long. Now, when you see if you see your 3-hour change color in your set, and they say in your set, that's a scalp. Now you can decide to take that if you want, If you don't want to chance that because we don't know how far that pullback is, and that's like they say, we don't take counter trend trades. Remember we've said that a long time ago. But you can take the risk if that's what you choose to do. But overall, your trade is long. So when everything's your H3 lines back up with your H10, then that's your trade. That's the trade you're looking for. And that's a classic example right here. That's a beautiful depiction of what's going on if that's your trade.
Yeah.
And once you get that concept down, it just keeps it, just kind of keep that in your mind. It's like, okay, anything going with the 10-hour, the 4-hour, 10-hour trend, I'm taking that in that direction. Anything going against that, that's a scalp.
And you need the H3 VM line.
Yeah, the H3 and the H1 and everything below that to be on the same page.
Right.
If that's on the same page, okay, that's my scalp. And you keep that in your mind. I'm scalping this. I'm going to give me 10 to 15 pips, and I'm going to call it. I'm going to just wait for my setup. So that way you feel like you're just not sitting there waiting. If I know sometimes you're like, man, I could have took that trade.
Yes.
Well, you have to understand what kind of trade that is.
Right.
That's not a
when it's counter trend your 4-hour ball, you should be aware that it's not a big move and don't wait for 60 pips.
If you're looking on your 15-minute chart, if it's going against your black ball, that's a scalp.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's a scalp.
This is a beautiful example.
Yeah, anything going against the black ball is a scalp.
Yeah.
Because you've already done your analyzation on your 4-hour. So your 4-hour, you're going long, and then your 15-minute black ball keeps you in mind of that. But then all of a sudden you get a 3-ball at the top, and your H3 changes color. Well, now you're going against your black ball, which is 4-hour. That's a scalp. So if you kind of if you do your demo trade and you just think about it like that, anything going against the 10-hour is a scalp. And if your H3 and H1 and everything below that lines up, that's a scalp. And you have to determine yourself, okay, where's my take profit in this scalp? Kind of like what Rajiv y'all were trading yesterday on the video, and he just took a quick trade short. He took us like 6 or 7 pips and got out because it was a counter trend trade. Plus, y'all got in a little late, but it was kind of the trend. So if it's going against the trend, you got to kind of like, okay, well, I'm not going for a bunch of pips on this. It could go 13. Who knows? But while you're sitting there, you could possibly take a few pips out of it before your big setup comes. So just kind of think of it like that. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. Sorry.
No, thank you very much, Len. That make a very good point to the fact to trade in the direction of the trend in the long term and make some scalping. So it's kind of make a very straightforward rule. So you are going to and actually I'm making H10 visible in my 1 minute, because like this I can see if I'm in the direction of the main direction. That means that at that point here in the 1 minute, H3 wasn't ready yet because it flipped red to blue right here, but I can take it here because, as you say and Rajit said this morning, H3 wasn't ready, but H10 and your major direction, your black ball is in the bottom, so you can take anything after this ball, 15 ball form, anything sinking in the 1 hour to the lower, to the upside, or 30 pips. So this is your trade, and you don't have to wait A3. So you made a really good point. Thank you, Dan. And in the other part, if you want to go for a scalp, you wait everything below the 3 hours must sink, like here. So at that point, okay, and you know that you are not going to make much more pips, so take whatever you can and get out, okay? So like this.
Wait for the ball also.
Yes. So now you know if you go for a short, you are doing a scalp, and you are not going to get much more pips at that point. Thank you, Len. So yes, I'm going to make 1 minute. So this is my new template. And save template. This is a long process, but I think it's very important.
Yeah.
So at this point, you see, okay, here in New Zealand. Okay, I'm waiting for here in New Zealand for going short. And everything sink to the downside. The 1 hour.
I think I'm gonna call it a night. You guys have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Len, to be here, and have a good weekend.
Thank you, Len.
You too. All right. Thank you. You guys have a nice weekend. Bye bye.
You too.
Okay, New Zealand has 3 minutes ago entry, the 1 minute, but I'm going to wait for the board to retrace a little. Goal is in sync. Okay, I'm entering in goal. And I'm almost entering in Aero New Zealand. Yeah, we have a 1 ball in the 4 hour. Or
Yeah. Hey viewers, now I'm Power Club's clever. You have 3 ball on 1 minute, which is
yes,
way up, and you have this 1 ball on 4 hour,
yes,
which says also up.
yes.
So scalping is up.
Yeah, scalping is up. Yeah. Well, the A3 is still red, so you don't have yet scalping. So
Okay.
you need the direction of the A3
Mm-hmm.
for scalping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very bad trade, both of them.
Mm. Yes, the gold is late.
Yeah.
So this could be a reason you shouldn't take this short. No, it's coming away.